Thanks for dropping by to see another video. This one is especially good. The 12-bar blues in the key of E. Okay, and that's why it's good, because a lot of songs on the guitar, especially blues, are in the key of E. So it's a great key to learn. We're going to start off with the E7th chord, which you learned when we were doing Evil Ways. Okay, so the E7th chord, you're going to start your second finger on the 5th string, 2nd fret. Okay, then you're going to skip a string, and you're going to put your first finger on the 3rd string, 1st fret. Okay, that's your E7th. Okay, and the second chord is going to be the A7th. So we're going to talk about that a little bit, because this is important. You learned how to go from A7 to E7 when we did blues in the key of A. Remember when we were doing 12-bar blues in A? The trick to this is you're going to put that first finger right there on that 3rd string, 1st fret, and you can see how it just naturally wants to fall there. Here's an A7, okay? You got your 2nd finger on the 4th string, 2nd fret, 3rd finger on the 2nd string, 3rd fret, or 2nd fret, sorry. And see, this just wants to naturally fall there, and if you put that down, then 2nd finger up, that's your E7th, and we're simply going to reverse that. Okay, see that? So you're using that first finger as a pivot. Okay? "12-bar blues," the structure is that you're going to have 4 measures. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And A7 for 2, 3, 4. Then back to your E7. So I just put that first finger on that string and pivot it back down. Okay. So now we're going to introduce a completely new chord. That's going to be the, as we call it, the dreaded B7, but don't let that scare you, because it's really not that bad. If you do it the way I'm going to show you. Okay, so here's your E7. So you want to grab that first. So here's the trick. Make sure you have your fingers in the right place. 2nd finger is going to be on the 5th string, 2nd fret. 1st finger is on the 3rd string, 1st fret. So make sure that's correct. You're simply going to move the first finger up a string, and then you're going to do every other string on the 2nd fret. See that? So here's E7. First finger goes up. You skip a string with your 3rd finger, skip another string, put your pinky. Now getting this pinky down here can be kind of tough, you know, like if you have your wrist like this, so you kind of have your wrist back like that. Okay, so you got E7, then you're going to have the B7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 3, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so I would advise doing that if you're having a problem with that B7th. We just had 2 measures on the B7th. The more correct way of doing it, or getting closer to the blues, is that B7th, instead of doing it for 2 measures, we're going to have 1 measure on the B7th, and then 1 measure on the A7. In that particular case, play your B7. Now look where fingers 2 and 3 are. They're already in the shape of an A7th. All you need to do is hop down a string. Okay, and now you're going to go back to your E7, so you know how to do that first finger down. Okay. So see how when we were talking about connecting chords, again, this is the importance of this. See how we can almost connect that song all the way through, which will make you learn exponentially much faster. Okay, so if you really focus on that, don't dive bomb. We only dive bomb when we have to. But you can see how we connect here, pivot, we're still connected, pivot back, Now the second finger is our connection going to the B7. That goes up. Okay, now we hop down. Now we're back to the E7. See that? We connected that all the way through. We're swinging this. I'm going to do B for measure, 2, 3, 4 to A, and back to your E, 2, 3, 4. Okay, that's your 12-bar blues in the key of E. And I'll show you one last thing for extra credit. When we did Horse with No Name, remember the second chord? This D6 add 9, the F sharp in the bass? This right here can be used as a turnaround. So here's that chord. I'm going to take it up to the 4th fret. Now the A string is dead, okay, but I'm going to play. Again, this is extra credit, so don't let this get you frustrated. See that? Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4, 4, 2. A7, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so again, don't worry about that last part. That's just for when you get this mastered. Maybe you're feeling like you want to throw something else in there and spice it up a little bit. I will show you like a lot of other things we're going to do to embellish on these blues. This is just the very beginning. You want to really get this under your fingers first. So the other thing I had mentioned in a previous video that we were going to do, start getting into a little bit more theory. But for now on, especially when it comes to, the blues is a good place to start with your theory. We want to start thinking that every song is going to have 3 major chords. So the blues is a great starting point, and that's your 1, your 4, and your 5. You've probably heard that before. The E chord is the 1, okay, and that comes from the major scale. If I play like an E major scale, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. If I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, okay, those are degrees of the scale. So if I count up from E, if I go E is 1, 1, 2, 3, 4 is A, and then 5 is going to be B. Okay, that's where the 1, 4, and 5 comes from. So for today, just think of the 1, 4, and 5 as another way, is like a nickname for each chord. I can call E1, A can be the 4, and then B can be the 5, okay? And I'm going to do a diagram along with this video just so you can kind of see how it works. Just remember, this comes from the major scale. And you remember from when you were a kid or when you were younger, you remember do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. That's a major scale or a diatonic scale. Let's see, I'll do it here again. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do. You can do it that way or give each scale tone or interval a number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay? So when you count up, that first note is E, 4 is A, 5 is going to be the B. So you have a 1, a 4, 1, 5. Okay? So let that incubate for a while. If that went completely over your head, don't lose any sleep over it. I'm going to come back and probably do a whole video just dedicated for that. But I just kind of wanted to plant some seeds, okay? And I'm sure you've heard that terminology before if you're a beginner. and I'll explain, why that exists. It's part of the Nashville numbering system, and it's something you will end up learning. That's it for this lesson. Thanks again for dropping by. I really, really appreciate your support, and feel free to leave any comments, and feel free to subscribe if you haven't. Okay, so anyways, thanks a bunch. Have a wonderful day, and we will see you next time around. Bye-bye.